Hello all, and welcome back to Harvester. Did you bring your offering of meat? Yes, another plastic plant joke. What? Obviously. A must-have for any meat connoisseur. Let's keep those plastic plant jokes coming. Cool? Ah, good. A thinking space for Steve. I guess Deputy Loomis made a cameo. Oh no! Poor dead plastic plant. Ew, this might be a fate worse than death. I've got nothing. Yep, I'll take that. And one of those. And one of those. Oh, gotta have these. Perfect. And I'm spent. Shopping is tiring. Take that, future dad-in-law. The guy from the barber shop is laughing all the way to the bank. Poor rubber ducky. Harvester doth protest too much, methinks. Gross. This is my little way of rebelling against society. I'm glad the flushing sound effect goes on forever. Well, hello. I guess I was curious if it was the same scene over and over. You know, for science. Huh, she got dressed fast. I mean, what? I was expecting Steve to say she had good taste with the radiator.
Who are you? What are you doing in my room?
Haven't you heard? We're getting married.
So, you're the one. Steve, isn't it?
You mean you don't know me?
I mean, I don't know anyone. I don't remember anything. How many times do I have to say it?
Well, you always were a kidder. No, damn it, not when I say it. I thought I cleared that up last video.
Oh God, I thought it was just me.
You're not alone. Can you tell me what's going on here?
Those people downstairs have locked me in my room. They say I'm grounded until the wedding.
You mean that isn't a normal thing? Huh.
They claim to be my parents. I can't dispute it because I can't remember for sure one way or the other, but it doesn't feel right.
Some would say it's more than a feeling, but that's only when I hear the old song they used to play.
I believe you. Maybe some of these people believe you too. Maybe they're playing dumb.
What?
Playing dumb?
They're
There's no
responsible.
chance anybody is this
Anyway,
dumb.
something really weird is going on here. I've got to escape, and so do you. Because in a way, whether you know it or not, I think we're both grounded.
Dun dun dun!
It's been hell. They treat me well, but they won't let me leave this room. Not even to go out in the yard. Not until the wedding.
They won't tell you why?
I don't think they've thought that far
One
ahead, if
blames
I'm
the
being
other for
honest.
grounding me. They make up different excuses. Different things I did. None of which I remember.
Like how she ate all
So
of the
I sit up
meat.
here, watch the world outside my window, and listen to the noises in the house.
Oh, cool. I guess Stephanie is the
Every morning, a
Pandora
weird
of
boy
Harvester.
comes to the house and picks up the paper. He doesn't deliver the paper. He picks up scrap paper that Miss Potsdam sets out on the porch for him. Some mornings she forgets, and the boy gets furious. He gives me the creeps.
Really?
Anything
He gives
else
me
you
the
can
impression that he can't act.
I hear these weird scraping sounds in the bathroom sometimes. Like something is sliding along the wall. Claws, maybe. And Mr. Potsdam. I don't like the way my dear daddy looks at me. Both of them are always watching me.
Wait,
But
both of
especially
who?
him.
Mr. Potsdam and her
Don't think they're
dad?
dangerous, do
They're
you?
supposed to be the same
I think
person.
this whole place is dangerous. I think we've got to escape. Before it's too late.
I know of a missile silo that may be
Escape?
useful.
Harvest is a prison, Steve. Don't forget that.
Don't let the aluminum siding tempt you.
Of course I'm right.
Whoa, settle down.
Everything in Harvest seems to revolve around this damned lodge, this Order of the Harvest Moon. They're responsible for this insane bake sale that's coming, and for the Harvest Blood Drive, too. When people talk about the lodge, it's always in this hushed, reverent tone. Mom keeps telling me that women can't join.
Thankfully, I have the circular window that directly faces it, so I can always be reminded.
She's not the only one who wants me to sign on with the lodge.
The soundtrack
That's
does
probably
too.
the
It just
worst
went
thing
on
you could
strike
do.
until Steve
You
joins.
think the lodge is some kind of trap?
I think all of Harvest is a trap.
If that's true, maybe joining the lodge is the way out.
I mean, that doesn't not make
I might
sense.
explore the town a little. I can't get out of here, but if I could, that's what I'd do. Maybe you can figure out what's happening here without going anywhere near the lodge.
You're really afraid of the lodge, aren't you?
Steve, don't be
Look at that
patronizing.
building, all lit up at night, and I get scared. I mean, look at the
I
damn
guess I should
thing.
start a tally for this too.
Like a harmless bunch of Masons to you? Maybe my amnesia isn't total after all. You're familiar to me. Like we've met before. In another life.
Do I sense
Maybe we
foreshadowing?
really do live.
No, I don't.
Maybe we were together, and the same thing happened to both of us. An accident. Something.
Neither of us has bumps on our heads, if that's what you're getting at.
She looked happy there at the
Remember
mention of
anything
Steve
else?
getting hit.
Anything at all.
Well, I have had these recurring dreams. Just fragments, really. Strange, abstract images. Liquid, chrome.
Someone howling like a dog, and another trying to sell me aluminum
Have you thought
siding.
about how to escape Harvest? The wedding is only 3 weeks away. Not much time to get to know each other, is it? No,
If it comes down to it, we just won't take the vows.
I don't think anything in Harvest is that simple. Too many people are determined that we get hitched.
Is it really up to everyone else?
Potsdam wants the meat your father promised him. Your parents want to force you to settle down. Mrs. Potsdam wants to have the wedding in the lodge. Me? I just want to escape.
I guess we found Stephanie's quirk.
You're not making sense.
Tell me about it.
You're not making sense.
Well, I had to try it.
Take a look at these. the guest books to both the Wayward Hotel and the mortuary.
The names are identical. Steve, this is worse than I thought. Looks like out-of-towners don't live long in Harvest.
And if we're really out-of-towners, as we suspect we are,
Get us out of here, Steve, before it's too late.
I'm getting society vibes from this conversation, except I know that the ending isn't as good.
take a look at the...
The names...
And if we're real...
Get...
Alright, I've had enough. Let's go to the next place. Okay, let's get that application.
Sorry, son, no time to talk. Neither rain nor sleet nor snow nor hell shall keep the mail from its appointed rounds.
Man, I wish the post office in my area had this
It's been
mentality.
missing for months now.
I'm
Next
not
time you-
sure, but I think this video may be about the time that I fixed this cutscene issue.
My button. Why, I lost that months ago. Where did you find it?
Funny thing, that. I found it in the ashes. At the newspaper building.
What are you implying? That I had something to do with setting the fire? Preposterous.
Preposterous.
100
I can't
people
do
must have
anything.
visited that site since the fire. You just try showing that button to Sheriff Duane, son. He'll laugh you right out of his office.
Steve has dirt on most of the town at this point. It'll be okay.
That interests me not at all, young man.
He's channeling my feelings about Harvester.
My button.
Funny...
What do you... And what if I did? I guess I'd be pretty grateful to anyone who could help get me off the hook.
Just had to be a little more aggressive.
You seem like a capable lad. Hypothetically, let's say there was a gas can sitting in the evidence room at the sheriff's office. A gas can which might have some incriminating prints on it.
And also
Someone
Steve's,
might
if
be
you think
very
about it.
grateful for the return of that gas can. Say, grateful enough to provide whoever returned it with a lodge application.
Ahead of schedule. And risk the collapse of civilization as we know it?
Leave the jokes
We
to
must
me,
keep
Steve.
our standards intact. But to do that, we must keep our asses intact as well. Oh, and Steve, you'll keep this to yourself. If you're smart.
Yeah, don't want him burning down Steve's house.
Oh my God, I can't believe it. After all this time.
You want to
Where's my
open your eyes
application,
there,
Boyle?
Boyle?
Here, take it. With my thanks. You know, this morning as I was making my rounds, I noticed an awful lot of television aerials on the roofs. Seems like more and more each day. You got me this can just in time, youngster. I may have need of it again.
This guy
What do
is
you
speaking
mean?
like a villain from the Arkham
There's another
series.
reason why Sheriff Duane didn't investigate the Sentinel fire. If you'd like to get something else on the blackmailing bastard, check around the television station. While you still can.
Already beat you to it, Boyle. Yep, that's a barely legible form. Good job, Harvester. Well, thankfully I stole this pen.
That's a ticket.
So, this is what passes for puzzles in Harvest. Disappointing. I'd make jokes about whatever it is Steve wrote, but I can't read a word of this. Oh, thank God. Looks like the plot is finally going to progress.
You managed to acquire an application that demonstrates resourcefulness.
Does
a
it?
desirable trait for prospective members. You need a rest. Report back here for your next assignment.
Whoa, he's going to defenestrate us. I feel like the lodge doesn't look like that at all from the map. And now a little something for the ladies. Do they really need to linger on this shot for this long? I like how the kids are still chiming in with how boring this is. Oh shit, I'm still in Harvester. And now for the undressing scene, but in reverse. Did I start a new video or restart the game? The world may never know. Well, until I leave the room.
Hello, dear. How are you today?
Oh, thank God. They don't get entire new lists each day.
Don't forget to put the...
What do you want, Steve? I hear him at night, thrashing and moaning. I crawl out my window and see Mom's shadow on the Chevy, pot holders on her hands, reaching for him. How can she do the stitches on him wearing those? Wouldn't she slip?
Don't be silly. She wouldn't do that. Of course she'd slip.
Maybe that's why he's not getting better.
I'm confused.
Good. Hey, Steve, you've been doing a swell job putting the paper out in the morning. You just keep doing that and we won't have any problems. That's not much to ask, is it?
Harvester is too big of an ask in general.
Did you ever find any sneakers? Whoa, that's great. Maybe we could try.
Still looking for those acting lessons, though.
You know Miss Whaley and Principal Harold down at the school? Well, I found out they're messing around with each other in the broom closet. I can tell you when they meet and trade you some keys that'll let you catch them red-handed. What do you say?
Why do I need that?
Swell! Here's the keys to the broom closet at Gein Memorial. That's where they meet every day. About 3:45, as soon as everyone has gone home. Sometimes I hide in there beforehand. And Daddy-o, I see some stuff that's real nasty.
So the scene hasn't played in the game yet, but his description reminds me of that Simpsons episode with Skinner and Edna in the closet. I looked it up and saw that Harvester came first. A rare instance of something beating the Simpsons to the punch?
I take it you wish to be initiated into the mysteries of the Order of the Harvest Moon.
I mean, not really, but I do need to get this plot chugging along.
Well, know then that securing the application was but the first step on your road to enlightenment.
They have a very low bar when it comes to
A
standards.
series of tasks to prove your worthiness as an initiate.
What kind of tasks?
Minor pranks, really. Nothing overly difficult.
Harvester,
More
ladies and
test
gentlemen.
weight than prowess. But complete them you must, if you wish to enter these walls.
Minor prank.
Sorry, but Harvester and wit don't
What have you
mix.
got in mind?
Unless a person is at their wit's end.
Lives in
That's the only
Harvest
way.
A man named Mr. Johnson. He owns a tucker. It is his pride and joy. I should like you to put a scratch in it.
That's
Only
right.
then will you know the
That's
secrets
all.
of harvest.
As I said, a minor prank. Mind you, you are not to damage the vehicle. Merely put a single scratch in it.
You can't really have one without the other.
Return here, and I shall give you your next task.
So, is he going to be watching from the bushes, or maybe that window? How's he going to know? Well, the sergeant wanted me to scratch the car. Let's do it.
Hey, what the hell are you doing? Stay out of there!
That was it? I was expecting more.
You rotten son of a bitch, bitch, bitch! Sheriff! Ugh.
Run, Steve, run! You little whippersnapper, you! Okay, that isn't actually how you scratch this car. Let's see what these wonderful people have to say.
Did you say hello? Thank God for that. I could use some good news right now. I just got the word. The order turned down my latest application. Looks like we'll be
And I'm out of
having a
meat.
wedding at Moynihan's after all.
Bye.
You might want to be extra nice to Mr. Potsdam today, Steve. He was turned down by the lodge again. Guess we're having the wedding at Mr. Moynihan's after all. Give
They
my
must have
regards
been
to
married
your
for a while to say the exact same thing like that. I guess they're having the wedding at Mr. Moynihan's after all. Peeping Steve is at it again.
Steve, I'm so glad you came back. What have you been doing?
I visited the lodge. Talked to
Spying
Sergeant
mostly.
at Arms there. He knows that there's something out of whack here. He told me if I wanted to find out what it is, I should join the lodge. I've decided to join the lodge, Stephanie. I think the answer to all our questions is inside.
That place.
The lodge is certainly the
So
way.
sinister.
It's definitely not a cult. Not at all. Sounds like something a
Maybe
lodge
playing
hater
right
would
into their
say.
hands. Did you think of that? Doesn't it seem like you're being herded toward the lodge?
That's one of the things I hope to find out.
Look,
I
just
hope
because
finding out
literally
doesn't get
everyone
me
is telling me to join doesn't mean it's something sinister.
Come back and
Womp
visit me
womp.
soon.
Okay, time to go back to school. Door won't be locked for long. Did you blink and miss that? I'll play the cutscene at the end of the video. Again, this video is where I fixed that cutscene glitch that I spoke about in one of the last videos. That's the perfect scream.
Screwing in the school broom closet? What will people think?
At least it was after hours.
You little shit? Calm down, Mr. Harrell. Stephen would never do that. He's a smiley bear. But we should give him a token of our appreciation for his silence. Here, Stephen, take this baseball bat. You'll find it quite useful.
It's dangerous to go alone out there and all.
That a boy. Take the bat, and we'll take the photo.
However will I keep the children in line now?
I imagine her
I
using a
have family
firearm
to
for
bring
some
in
reason.
tomorrow, Unless you'd prefer a chainsaw this time.
I'll talk to Mrs. Phelps.
Back at the diner, looking to see if there's any new dialogue.
I can't talk now. The dishes are stacked up in back. Stop.
Hello there, Steve. Here for lunch?
No, just here looking around. Though I'm not entirely sure where here is.
Oh, I forgot. You're playing your little amnesia prank. Well, boy, this is DNA's Diner.
Didn't I already go through this before?
Don't listen to Sheriff Dwayne. This is Edna's Diner. But ever since the E burned out on the sign, they've been giving me a hard time.
Now, don't be like that, Edna. It's a great place to eat, which is good. Since
I
it's though,
guess so.
I understand you witnessed Miss Whaley's dispensing a little discipline at the school. And she thinks you may be feeling a mite bent about it.
Well, only because of the weird cutscene.
You need to forget about it, boy. I don't interfere in school discipline. I leave that to the professionals. And so should you.
Well, I guess you got me there. I'll just
There
ignore
isn't
the
a
public school
psychiatrist
statistics.
around who disagree about what a calming influence a dent in the head can be. You can't argue with science, Steve.
Well, you got me there
Bigger
again.
than all of us. Stop on by any time, Steve. Sorry, boy. I never conduct business over lunch.
Except for the last time that I did.
Stop on by any time, Steve.
Wait, this is new. Ah, the sound of success. That was easy. Not sure if you could hear my eyes rolling or not when I said that. Oh shit, what a terrible night for a curse. Who knew that manhole key was integral to day-night transition in Harvest? Well, glad I found that conveniently placed manhole cover key. Oh boy, I wonder if anyone knows Mr. Johnson has a bunker beneath his house. Or maybe he told us about it and I forgot. Either way. Well, okay. Thanks, descriptions. I feel like the Pink Panther theme would fit better than whatever's going on here. Did you like the first brown room? If so, I have a surprise for you. Also, it's cool to see Harvester predicted Call of Duty level design. I'm surprised Steve didn't take the oil cans. Well, this is a very spacious garage. Nice! I've always wanted a rusty pitchfork. Was that a fat joke? Nothing like hearing belltoll.midi instead of a soundtrack. You think you can figure out what Mr. Johnson's favorite car is? I'll give you 4 guesses. What? Good thing I went back for the Phillips screwdriver. Now I have a matching set.
Did it.
So unfortunately, I didn't fix the cutscene glitch before I scratched the car. I'll show that at the end too. Steve, stop defying the laws of gravity. Let's just casually walk back towards the sewer. That's fine. Super Sleuth Steve made it out with no witnesses. So I'm back at the cemetery for an optional bit.
I'm burying Arquette. She passed away and I'm burying her.
No one
away and
asked.
Mind your own business.
Then, where's the cat?
I left her at home. Now leave me alone.
Can't let that meat go to waste.
This kind of stuff can come back to haunt you.
Ghost, that is.
This kind of
Well, I had the Phillips screwdriver. I can unscrew the bars on the window now. Whoops! Looks like Steve is going to jail.
Okay, Steve. Consider your
Card used, but I'm going to reload the game. Let's go inside this time. Hey Clock, what do you think of the developers of this game? Yeah, me too. Thank goodness we got Mr. Johnson's hand truck. Now we can save Dad. Ah, now I know where the budget for this game went. Here we go. Hey, I had a magazine with that same picture on it. Beautiful. Okay, let's go to the the missile silo.
That's far enough, my four-legged friend.
Four-legged?
How long are you going to torment me? You have 2 legs to spare, but no! Llamas aren't like that. They don't care. They don't love. Stay away from now on. Stay away. Or so help me next time, I'll rain on everybody's goddamn parade.
Sir, yes, sir.
Son, I've got more important things.
I guess he forgot what he just said.
Son, I've got more.
Now it's time for the fire station. I guess I was exploring the town at night.
Jeez, what are you doing here?
He lives there. Way to be insensitive, Steve.
You just hang out here? All the time?
I'm not a person, Steve. I'm an object. You'd do well to remember that. A person is his job. Someday you'll understand that. And if you don't, it won't matter, because you'll be dead.
Words to live by.
Have you gotten your lodge application in yet? Good.
Oh, God.
You may survive yet.
Still here, eh?
You literally just finished talking to me, Steve.
Good.
Whoops, spent too long in there with the dog barking. I thought they took spots with them. Alright, finally at the lodge.
So, you have completed your first task.
But how did he know? Is Mr. Johnson in on it?
You may proceed to your second task. You will steal a bolt of fabric from the fireman and bring it to me.
Oh, come on.
Very well, then. Use whatever means necessary, but bring the cloth to me here, and I shall give you your third task.
I will ask you to jaywalk in front of the sheriff. Let's see what happens if the other option is selected.
Now, the human mind always seeks to categorize phenomena, to pigeonhole, and therefore feel that it exerts control over an unfathomable universe. A feeling, however, is not a fact.
Oh shit. Harvester better watch out saying something so bold in 2024. It might get itself into trouble.
Realization which should give you scant comfort, considering that even memory is illusory, a chemical imprint on meat that... like
Somewhere, Mr. Potsdam got a chill down his spine at the mention of meat.
decay. If you're interested in reviving the decaying corpse that is your memory, you'll be back. The only answer for you is here, Stephen. Don't forget that.
Alright, let's end this video properly by choosing the right option. Holy hell, that felt like a long video. But I feel like a lot did happen. Steve spied on his fiancée, he scratched a car, he got a bat. But hey, at least I'm on day 3 now. Okay, so I promised I'd go back and replay the missed cutscenes. Let's do that now. First up is the scene with the teacher and the principal. Well, I guess I didn't really miss much with that. Next up is the scratching the car scene. Amazing. Next up is Mr. Potsdam at the graveyard.
What are you doing here at this hour, Mr. Potsdam?
And for the hell of it, let's go back and check out that button scene from Postmaster Boyle.
What's that you say? Oh, yes, my button.
Incredible. Okay, that wraps up this video. Join me next time for day 3, where I steal some fabric. What even is this game? In any case, I hope you enjoyed this video and got a few laughs. As always, thank you for watching. Hey y'all, a beta version demo of my game, Tales of Hyperia: The Crimson Knight, is available to play over at my itch.io page. The link is down in the description. The final demo version is set to release by the end of the year, and will see massive improvements and upscaling. Make sure you stay tuned for updates.